Good morning, everybody. It's Tim,
And John.
and we're back with the weekly sip this week, the first week in August. Hard to believe that's already the time of year it is, but
Summer is flying by.
going by.
Mhm.
Today's a special day because it's John and Kara's 25th anniversary.
Yes, it is.
Happy anniversary, John.
Thank you so much.
And to celebrate,
We're going to...
he and I are
Here
tasting
we
some good wine today.
Mhm.
We're talking about the 2021 Ridge Mancini Ranch Proprietary Red.
Mm-hmm.
I love Ridge. I've loved Ridge for a long time. I think a lot of people probably share that sentiment with me. What I didn't know until recently was that Ridge isn't just the one or two small plots of land. They have 22 different vineyards.
They're working almost 24 different vineyard
Yeah,
sites.
unbelievable, all across the Russian River AVA. So pretty extensive operation. Ridge has been around for a long time. And this vineyard we're talking about today, Mancini Ranch, was first planted back in 1922.
Yes, it was.
And they've been farming that land as a vineyard now since then. They added some new vines in 2018,
Mhm.
but it's been a working vineyard since Prohibition, basically,
Yeah,
which I think is pretty cool.
cool. We should probably tell them what the wine is.
I did.
Oh, well, I didn't...
The Mancini Ridge Proprietary Red, 2021.
2021. There you go. Very well.
So yeah, excited to try it. Excited to talk about it today. What do you think?
Cool. I will echo your sentiments of Ridge being a favorite winery. Actually, for both Kara and myself, this particular property really kind of rates Ridge in my mind is the first growth, the first of the first growths. Wineries out of California. If this was Bordeaux, we'd be talking, Lafite or Mouton or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And it's a property, or its history really dates back well over a century to the late 1800s. Kind of went vacant, was abandoned during Prohibition, and then was brought back to life again during the 1940s, and where it just got kind of started back up again, but really has really started to take off in the early 1960s, and then from that time around 1962, 1963, that's a lot of years, has just continued to grow and expand and build upon one level of excellence up to the next, to the point where they're at today. It's essentially a property that has two wineries. One's located in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and that's the Montebello site, and then a second winery up on the north coast in Sonoma, up at Lytton Springs. And actually, this is one of the properties that Kara and I went to visit on our honeymoon back 25 years ago, and we've been back several times since.
It's coming full circle, I guess.
There you go. Exactly. And what's particularly cool about this wine for me is that we all know Ridge as a Zinfandel producer.
Yeah.
And while this wine, in fact, has a good healthy chunk, a little over a quarter, 25% Zinfandel in the blend, it is in fact dominated. It's Carignan. And if you're not familiar with Carignan as a grape variety, just a real quick overview. Carignan really has its origins in northeastern Spain. So it's a Mediterranean grape varietal that basically starts along coastal Spain, up through the Pyrenees, over to into the Languedoc and Roussillon, and has for centuries been kind of a staple grape variety there. It's a grape variety that is really quite vigorous and can also continue to survive with very low levels of water, which is one of the reasons why I think it's done very well in those areas.
Yeah.
The issue is Carignan, because it is so vigorous, tends to produce a lot of grapes, and typically vines that produce lots of grapes, especially in their youth, tend to produce wines that are a little less complex and a little less
very forward.
They're just simpler wines.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Excuse me.
Carignan with age, old vine Carignan, 50, 60, 70-year-old Carignan, kind of transforms into something completely different and becomes a wine. Basically, starts to produce grapes that are really concentrated, have wonderful kind of brighter, higher toned fruit qualities to them. So you get the black plums, you get the dark cherries, you get the cranberry notes, modest tannins. It's a medium weight grape, and it's a grape variety that kind of has this kind of like seamless, fine tannin quality on the finish. You take that, from vines such as this one that we're looking at today, which is made from grapevines planted in the, what do we say, 1920s?
1922, 1924 was the original plantings.
Bingo. There you're talking about it.
Yeah.
And then you blend that with Zinfandel, and it's just kind of a magical combination where 1 + 1 = 5. And voila, that's what we have here today.
Equals a 95 if you ask Dunnick, and 95 if you look at the Vinous report.
There you go. Exactly.
It's a softer wine. The history behind it is, as John just explained, long, and it's just a special. Well, Ridge is a special vineyard, but this is a special wine. As John mentioned, cherries, plums. The color is garnet and purple. Just so purple. It's beautiful.
Very clean nose.
Oh yeah.
But it focuses on just exactly what I said, those black cherries, black plums, a little bit cranberry notes, and then you get that. This wine doesn't spend a lot of time in new oak. It's aged for 14 months in oak barrels, but 90% of them are 3 years old, so they're essentially neutral.
Yep.
And only 10% is 10% of the wine is aged in new oak, and so that just lends a certain amount of just like a little bit of seasoning to the wine. And you get that
a little bit of a baking spice on it.
Absolutely.
I had to look up the other day about oak and when it became neutral oak, and it's about 3 years, and that means that the barrels have been used to age wine for that period of time, and then they become less intense as they impart their flavors onto the wine. There was a discussion we had the other day in Braintree, and I was like, oh, I should look that up. There it is.
I'm really glad that you forgot to bring the dunk bucket out this time, because I have no excuse but to be able to enjoy this. It's delicious, folks.
I don't believe in dunk buckets. People put a lot of hard work and effort into this bottle of wine, from the farmers to the pickers to the people in the labs. Yeah, no, we don't dump it.
So I would say this wine is thoroughly enjoyable right now, but especially with the addition of the Zinfandel in this blend, in this particular blend, this wine has an ageability factor. I'd be looking. You could put some of this aside and just forget about it for any place between 7 to 10 years, and it's just going to continue to evolve and develop. That being said, I'm going to have a really hard time if I put a handful of bottles in the basement, holding onto these for that length of time, because I just want to.
It's often the case with me and Ridge. Buy some bottles on a sale someplace, and I get them home, and they sit there for a month or two, and I'm like, oh, gosh, there's a Ridge in there I should drink, and then I do, and then I'm sad when I buy more. Circle of life,
Yeah. Amen.
So we're offering this on a 2-pack special at $43.40, which is a savings of 30%.
Correct. Yeah, the market price on this is regularly you're going to see it $62. Our single bottle price is $49.60. 2 or more bottles gets you down to $43, and at that price, it's a bargain.
It's a bargain.
It's what we do.
It's a bargain.
The wine, I would say, can be enjoyed on its own. You can pair it up with a really broad range of cuisine. Think of anything, any type of cuisine that that would be kind of Mediterranean, meat oriented. So. Those are the type of things that you're gonna be looking at, pairing with a cassoulet, even.
Something rich and meaty and just I think we both our enjoyment of this wine is noted at this point. Yeah.
We have, let's see. Well, we have lots of things going on. It's
Gosh,
August
we
at
do.
this point.
So many events coming up, which we're very excited about. We've got the flea market here this weekend.
Needham Fine Wine Flea
10th.
Market is on Saturday the 10th from 1 to 5. We have a half a dozen tables. Let's see, what else do we have going on?
The 16th, we have Adam
Mhm.
Centimore back in here, Needham, for what we're calling a champagne safari.
Sparkling Wine Safari.
There it is. I knew
Sparkling Wine
I knew it was
Safari.
close to it.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Which we're looking forward to. Tickets are available online right now, binandwines.com under events. We've got, oh my gosh, we got so much. I've forgotten about it all.
There you go. Well, tomorrow, Thursday evening, if you get a chance to this, here in Needham again,
That's right.
we have a distillery out of Switzerland that makes fruit eau de vies. Etter is the name.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very special. One of the world's leading producers, or finest producers of eau de vie. Jake Parrott of House Alpines will be here as our guest, and will be presenting the four various different selections from them. We'll have, of course, our flea market in Braintree at the end of the month.
Yep.
We'll get you the dates on that.
Everything. It's all going to be on the website. Don't
there
worry.
you go.
We'll
Exactly. Look
fill
at the
you in as we
website.
go,
Yeah, because we also have Adam in Braintree
Adam
as
in
well
Braintree.
this month.
Yep.
This is so many things going on.
And there'll be a pre-roll tasting
Yes.
towards the end of the month as well.
Towards the end of the month, we'll be featuring basically kind of tête de cuvées from Champagne. And that'll be the last Wednesday, Thursday of this month on a pre-arrival basis.
We want you to get your champagne before anybody else does.
Yes.
Beat the crowds.
Yes.
Is what we're trying to get to.
Stock up before the prices go up during the holiday season.
That's correct.
Ha ha. Anyways, we hope
Evil
that you're
John
enjoying.
sometimes makes its way out. It's pretty funny.
We hope that you're enjoying these videos.
Yes.
And if you do so, please like,
Comment, subscribe,
forward them.
forward them around, ask us questions. We respond to social media inquiries all the time. This is fun for us. We hope it's fun for you, and we will see you
Next
week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's the best one I've had in a couple minutes.